people, this video is going to be a lot different from what I normally do. And it is because I've come across something that has helped my family and many others in a huge way. Many of you have probably already heard of electronic cigarettes, and I had heard of them as well, but I did not know that there was a large community surrounding them. And when using an e-cigarette, it's not called smoking, it's called vaping. And there's so many different versions of an electronic cigarette. There are basic cigarette-looking models, ones that look like the one I have right here, and even ones that look like they came from a Star Trek movie. Now, before I get into more detail about the device I actually have here, let me get into a bit of a backstory on how I found out about vaping. I first learned about this through my cousin Nick. Last Christmas, he was fairly new to it, and he showed us and a couple other my family members what it was. He let me try the device with flavors that had no nicotine in them, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. I felt like a complete noob, because guys, I have never smoked. No weed, nothing. And a fun little tidbit for you, I have actually never been drunk. That could be because I have the alcohol tolerance of a freaking elephant, but that's besides the point. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. But while doing this, I realized that vaping coats your tongue with flavor, and the amount of flavors available is insane. There's anything from blueberry to chocolate cream pie, and the e-juice flavor library just keeps growing. Fast forwarding a bit, about a month ago, I was at my grandmother's house, and her house reeks of smoke, and this is because of my uncle. He's been living there, well, ever since they moved there. He has never moved out, but has smoked there for most of his life, about 40 years to be exact. My uncle is also very ill. He has 3 aneurysms that could go off at any time. He's had cancer multiple times on and off for years now, and he can barely walk around without losing his breath. His doctors even told him that if he did not quit smoking, he was gonna die, and it's pretty much inevitable. Just didn't know when it was gonna happen. And while I was at my grandmother's house this time, my mind somehow went back to vaping. And I thought, I wonder if this could work for him. He's tried the patch, he's tried Nicorette gum, pretty much anything, you name it. And he would always last about 2 hours while on any of those, and then he would have to smoke again. But vaping has worked for so many people, including my cousin. So I thought to myself, this is definitely worth a shot. So I went out with my cousin, because he's more knowledgeable about this stuff than I am, and we got him one and myself one. You guys are probably wondering why I got one. That was simply, I needed to learn how to use the damn thing, because they're not 100% easy to use, and I wanted to make sure I understood it so I could explain it to my uncle. But anywho, we also got him a few different flavors, a tobacco flavor and a cherry flavor, and I got a few zero nicotine flavors. I do believe a cherry limeade and licorice. And the rest is pretty much history. My uncle has been smoke-free for only 2 weeks now, but guys, that is a lifetime in this case. For a man that's been smoking for 40 years, I am incredibly proud of him. And now my Oma can breathe easier. When we go over, the house smells better, even little hints of cherry and other flavors here and there. I mean, how great of a feeling is it that you help somebody, especially a family member? And as for me, I love vaping, but obviously I don't do it to stop myself from smoking. I vape to satisfy my late night sweet tooth. I crave sugar like you would not believe at night, and vaping has really helped me curb those cravings. I have flavors like watermelon, cherry, fuzzy peaches, and I really enjoy it. My girlfriend even got her own the other day, and we love vaping together. Now, I am no expert on this subject, guys. I'm still a huge noob because there's so much to learn about this stuff, but the device I have here is from a starter kit. It would be something that you would either get yourself or for somebody else that wants to quit smoking and wants to try this out. And to be honest, I'm perfectly happy with it. I really don't need to upgrade, especially anytime soon. Knowing me, I probably will at some point because there's so many mods available, it's just insane. And all this is an 1100 milliamp Ego battery with a tank here and a mouthpiece. All you simply do to use the device is put your mouth on the tip here and pull down this button and then suck in. And this is not dirty, guys. Naughty. Like this. So you see it came out through my nose. You could also blow it out through your mouth. Right at the camera. And it eventually evaporates into the air. It's just water vapor, guys, and it smells good. I like the smell of it. It's kind of like I have a scented candle in my room. And your tongue also gets coated with whatever flavor, so in this case, it's a cherry pineapple, I do believe that's in here, and it tastes really good. And because it smells good and it evaporates so quickly, you can use this inside. And for smokers in the winter that have to go outside and smoke, it's a pain in the butt. This is something you guys are really gonna like. My e-juice, again, has zero nicotine in it, so it is just flavor. But you can also get it in different levels of nicotine depending on how strong you want it to be. And that is something you're probably gonna have to experience yourself. And nicotine, guys, is no worse truly than caffeine. Both are incredibly toxic in large amounts, but the amount in a vape or in a cigarette is not life-threatening. What is bad for you when smoking is all of the chemicals that are being burned when you light a cigarette on fire, and that is why it's arguable that secondhand smoke is worse than actually smoking. You don't have any of those toxic things when you're vaping. There's no burning in this at all. All it is flavoring, water vapor, and nicotine, depending on if you want nicotine or not. In my opinion, guys, this is the best way to quit smoking. I've seen 2 people so far quit smoking using this, and so many more. There's so many stories online. It is the most similar thing you can get to actually smoking a real cigarette. You're still getting a nicotine hit at the back of your throat. You have smoke coming out of your mouth. Literally, it's oral fixation, so it's like you are smoking, but you're not, you're vaping. 2, it's less money, especially if you're like my uncle smoking a pack a day, totaling around $300 a month. A heavy smoker could probably get away with about $100 worth of e-juice a month. And obviously, it's way better for your health. To sum things up, guys, I made this video to get the word out there about vaping. I lost my mom to cancer when I was 13 years old, and she was a very heavy smoker for most of her life. So obviously, smoking has affected my family, and it hits really close to home. And this could be the solution for yourself or someone you know. And if my uncle, a man that has been a heavy smoker for 40 years of his life, can quit, anybody can. And again, guys, I am no expert, but like everything on YouTube, there is a huge vaping category on YouTube. So I will leave a few links down below of YouTubers that do cover vaping. They cover all sorts of different hardware, different juices. There are guides online to get you started, tons of them for beginners. It's just a great resource. Definitely do your research, and there's a lot available there for you, a ton of support. And you guys should learn from the best, not from somebody that's just starting. Hope this video has at least helped one person in my audience. Hopefully more than that, but if one, I've done my job in this case. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to smack that like button. Comment down below. Follow and share this video any way you can. Twitter, Bookfaces, Instagram, Google Pluses. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos. And until next time, people, toodles.
Turn it upside down.
Oh, I'm the leprechaun. Don't try and steal me Lucky Charms.
Irish?
Yeah.